The 17 News at Sunrise podcast is brought to you by Clinica Sierra Vista.
Welcome back to the 17 News at Sunrise podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Sunrise.
Good morning, everyone. It is 5 a.m. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Maddie Jansen alongside Alex Fisher on this Tuesday morning.
We begin this morning with breaking news from overnight out of southeast Bakersfield, where a large fire caused major damage in a yard full of cars. You can see the flames engulfing a number of vehicles in this video. The blaze started just before 9 o'clock on South Union Avenue. This appears to be in the back of an auto parts and repair store. Several firefighters were on scene tackling the blaze. It took them more than 3 hours to contain this fire. No word yet on how many fires have started, or how the fire may have started, or if anyone was hurt.
Turning now to your 17 Crime Watch, Bakersfield police released some surveillance video of a shooting in an effort to find the shooter. A warning, what you're about to see could be disturbing for some viewers. So it all happened on the night of December 23rd near the intersection of Oak and Bank Streets. You can see that man standing on the sidewalk, and he pulls out the gun, runs after and fires at another man who then ran off into the busy street. The man, who police say did not know the shooter, survived. The shooter was last seen wearing a black ski mask and a red hoodie. Anyone with information on this case is asked to call BPD at 327-7111.
In a new study, Kern County has been ranked as the 7th unhealthiest county in the nation. That is according to Velotric Bike. Researchers use data from countyhealthrankings.org along with statistics from Yelp and Google Trends to collect and analyze data related to the following factors: poor health, obesity, physical inactivity, smoking cigarettes, heavy alcohol use, accessibility of nutritious versus fast food, and searches for local fitness centers. This study went on to say, among all the counties we studied, Kern had the lowest search volume for gym near me per capita, pointing to a disparity in health-seeking behaviors. Local and economic factors may impact these residents' fitness interests. For instance, half of Kern County residents cannot afford basic living expenses, placing gym membership fees out of reach.
And we're waking up this morning after Martin Luther King Day. Now it's time for kids to go back to school. But yesterday, there were several local events honoring the late Dr. King's work and legacy in his fight against racial inequality and injustice. 17's Michaela Armstrong has more.
The day started with an annual community cleanup in Lamont, meant to inspire volunteers to take pride in their community and make a difference.
The sense of having a voice and the sense of taking pride and knowing that they're part of something, that they have the power to make a difference, like MLK.
Next in Bakersfield was the annual community luncheon at the MLK Community Center. African American Network of Kern County's Dee Slade says as the luncheon reflected on King's legacy, his dream is still as relevant as ever.
Look at the chaos of the world, not just Kern County or the United States, but the entire world. It seems like it can't find balance and just freedom, respect, love, honor those who are different, and to help and support those who are different. You don't fight and divide, you come together.
Finally, the day ended with a march commemoration resembling many of the marches King led, including one here in Bakersfield in 1960. Pastor Ralph Anthony remembers it like it was yesterday, as he was one of the men who marched alongside him.
We knew that we couldn't get excited about what we were doing and that our lives could be taken.
83-year-old Anthony says it was a time of deep racism and hatred.
You have to do something about it. You can't let that go on. So it was me. I decided I'd stop it now. We didn't know whether we would be safe or not. It was just one of those incidences. And during that time, someone did throw bottles at us. But fortunately that I know of, I didn't get hit, and I don't know if anyone else did.
Slade says as Kern celebrates his birth each year with these events, King's dream moves with each generation.
Look at what he did, a man who gave all his all and then was murdered. But guess what? His life and his legacy lives on.
Michaela Armstrong, 17 News.
Hello, this is Tim Callahan with Clinica Sierra Vista, and we're excited to unveil the Community Health Center of the Future, our comprehensive care center. It's located right across the street from Memorial Hospital. We have every service under one roof, from family medicine, OBGYN care, dental services for adults and children, behavioral health, and much more. So find your way to better care at Clinica Sierra Vista this year at our comprehensive care center. Visit our website, clinicasierravista.org, for the latest on this project. We'll see you soon.
17 News is your local election headquarters. Polls predicted that former President Trump would win big in Iowa, and he did. In fact, he dominated the Iowa caucuses. But there were a few surprises in the race as well, and one candidate ended his bid for the White House. Now the focus shifts to New Hampshire. NBC's Alice Barr is in Des Moines with details on what's ahead.
The first win of the 2024 presidential race is on the board, and it's a big one. Former President Trump projected to carry Iowa with more than 50% of the vote.
We want to thank the great people of Iowa. Thank you. We love you all.
The former president clearly looking ahead to the general election, offering his Republican rivals rare compliments and promising unity.
Whether it's Republican or Democrat or liberal or conservative, it would be so nice if we could come together.
While at the same time slamming President Biden.
He is the worst president that we've had in the history of our country.
No clear Trump alternative emerges from Iowa. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis outperformed the latest polls to pull out a distant second-place finish after betting big on Iowa, pouring in time and money here.
We've got our ticket punched out of Iowa.
Former UN ambassador and South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley finished closely behind DeSantis, and she'll have the advantage heading into New Hampshire, where she's built up strong support.
Our campaign is the last best hope of stopping the Trump-Biden nightmare.
Entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy dropping out of the race after finishing fourth and endorsing former President Trump. A narrowing road to the White House with election season officially underway. From here, Haley heads straight to New Hampshire. DeSantis is making a quick stop first in South Carolina, where he thinks he has a better shot. And former President Trump has to detour to New York for the start of his E. Jean Carroll civil damages trial. In Des Moines, Iowa, Alice Barr, NBC News.
5:34 is your time now, and Arvin High School is holding a special event Friday night to celebrate its 75th anniversary. The family-friendly gathering kicks off at 4 p.m. Organizers say there will be food, games, and live performances by Arvin High's mariachi and folklorico groups. The celebration leads up to the varsity boys and girls basketball games.
The pickleball and tennis courts at Jastrow Park are closed for a rehabilitation project scheduled to last until March. The city says the project's being funded by Measure N and will include the complete removal and replacement of the entire existing pickleball and tennis courts. The nearest courts available during the temporary shutdown at Jastrow Park are located at Beale Park on Oleander Drive. Other courts are available at Hagen Oaks Park and Campus Park South.
The Rock Church is holding its monthly free food giveaway event this weekend. That event is scheduled from 10 a.m. till noon on Saturday in the church's parking lot on Norris Road. Organizers say free food and other resources will be provided to anyone in need.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Sunrise.
The 17 News at Sunrise podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to kget.com.